So, yeah, welcome to yet another episode of this SSF Beginner Sorcerer. We have defeated Logorian, I'm pretty sure, so we're gonna head into the DLCs today. First of all, we're gonna travel into the Udenborg in Act 5. And then I will probably have to take a look at my gear. Because I'm level 84, and basically endgame gear should be level 84 to 94. And my current gear is like level 50 to 75, I guess, for the most part. Apart from like these gloves. So I will, in this episode, probably start taking some time to like refarm some of the items. At least once I'm like level 94, I will do that for sure. And also we're gonna start out this actually by looking at items. Which might not be the most interesting ever, but will have to be done at some point. I still have the problem that my resistances are pretty much like catered to the gear that I'm wearing right now. Like I will need to basically try to get some of the factions to revered, so that I have the ability to use armor augments that also provide me like resistances, which will make gearing a bit easier and like will free up some of the prefixes, like impenetrable for example, like giving me pierce res. Like if I take this off I have like 0 pierce res, so you can't really like take it off right now. But if you have like augments that give you pierce resistance for your like armor, then you can, and yeah, it's just gonna make like gearing easier. Like gearing for damage especially easier. Yo Sniffy, welcome on. Yo Crab Turtle, how you doing? Shroud of Insight, level 94 already. Huh. I mean this is a like decent level shoulder of course. Music is kinda like too epic to like look at gear, I know. Mythical Hulking Laggards. I mean, they're pretty tanky, right? Like Stunnerus, Aetherus, Fizerus, almost 1000 health on this as well. I mean, I could technically use it, because I have enough Chaos Res. Kind of. I mean, do I need to use this pair of pants though?
See you around.
I don't know.
Safe storage.
I mean, just don't get hit, right? If you're not getting hit, you don't need tanky gear, I guess. Holy pierce res. This is so good if it was like of scorching suffix. What music is this? This is StarCraft 2 music. Mage Storm of Thorns. It's like... Mighty of Destruction is technically like maybe usable. Problem is also... At least it has pierce res, right? Holy shit, my hands. What's this? I mean... What do I have here? Instead of Starboard Fortitude, we could use Shaman's Fortitude or Starboard of Attack, which gives me more OA. Honestly, on this build though, I don't even need more OA really. Shaman's Physique and Spirit, which is health, percent damage, and defensive ability. So maybe this. I guess this, yeah. We still need the Sanctified Bone for the Vitality Resistance, of course. And I mean, the other reason why I'm using this over this would be like higher armor value, of course. Right? This is a level 70 base, this is a level 84 base. So it comes with like slightly, just like bigger and better stats, and yeah. Like more armor. Preserving of void fire. I mean, these aren't bad, right, either, really. Okay, let's just get going. Let's go into the bog. Yo, Tomo, welcome on. Let's go into the bog.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Into the Ugden bog we go.
See anything you like?
Day 18 of being ill. Sucks, man. Day 18 of slowly getting better, though, I hope. Alright. If you don't have COVID, you swear? Amen. Some flus can be really taxing on your lungs as well. What's my percent damage here? 1500 only. Oh yeah, okay. I was wondering, like, the damage, I mean, it's okay, but it doesn't feel amazing right now, honestly. Like, it could be better. But I guess, I mean, I'm only level 84. I don't have, like, fire damage on boots, on shoulders, I mean, on gloves, on boots, on... Chest only has, like, minimal damage. Yeah, this ring also has only, like, minimal damage. The metal rolls are terrible. Yeah, kind of same-ish until I had the one I had in late December. Regen. So yeah, we're gonna have to do the 90 stash side quest, because an ultimate, it actually is a little bit different than an elite and normal. Hexflame and Mark of Burning Shadows. Yeah, possibly. Unless I get a really, really good, like, flame based, right? But yeah, I could also just, like, play Fighter Aether Ray even. Like, Hexflame Aether Ray is actually not that bad, right? It's pretty decent. Oh, the string is also not too bad. Blaze Seer Signet. The entire Blaze Seer set is honestly pretty decent as well, for like a blue set, it's pretty good. And it also would, for example, enable playing Bat Devotion for healing, because it has like tons of vitality to fire conversion, I think. And it looks pretty cool as well. Oh. Dude, you just... Like, Golem Bone Greaves, I feel like I play in almost every single playthrough that's like starter. Because they're so common. And I mean, we have normal ones right now, but we just literally, like a second ago, got to the mythical ones. Which are the same, just like higher level and better. Gorsak dead? No. No, no, no. What do you even want to put on the boots though? I don't need movement speed, I don't need the anti-venom salve anymore. What do I put here now? Alagast. Alulgast. And you got the Runebound Pass blueprint as well. And Seal of the Void and Scourge. The Runebound Pass is gonna be pretty nice. For like, I mean, it's one of the like good endgame components that you can use on your rings. Assuming you don't need Vitality Resistance from Soul Shards, at least you can play a... Oh my god, like just please, this guy's the most annoying ever. As long as you don't need Soul Shards on your rings, you can play either Runebound Pass or even more ideally the Bloodied Crystal. Runebound Pass has like stun, res and health and defensive ability, whereas Bloodied Crystal has also defensive ability, I think less armor and bleed res. Because of the flat armor it's usually like better. But both can be very good. You dare me to add Aether Bonehav support or Aether Totems to Alagast? Is the Trozen part even good about the set? Do people play the Trozen part? Trozen play lightning Trozen with it. Okay, so an ultimate here, right? Where you have this like stash, this hidden stash. You also will find Arcturus, the Cursed Smith. And you can literally only like craft one item, the Heart of Darkness. Remember this because we will come back here later and craft this one later for a certain side quest. Noted. Note it down, guys. Note it down. Yo, Tinsinger, welcome on, welcome on. What I don't understand about Alagast is why the fuck does it convert cold to Aether when the skill has like a bazillion Frostburn? Like, why does it not convert cold to lightning but convert lightning to Aether? That you at least have like, you know, electrocute damage. I don't get it. So weird. Like, if they want to force like hybrid, like at least do it properly. I mean, even for lightning, right? Like, is it better than just playing Trozen sets? Like, wouldn't you just play Trozen instead? Cold to Aether would make sense for Bone Harvest. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like, just nobody plays Alagast, right? What does the Aether Conduit do, by the way? Like the one for Aether Bone Harvest. Does it not convert the code? Why would you wanna like play Bone Harvest with like that set? I was gonna play Grim Dawn today, but GOG isn't pointing your tune you started the other day on your PC. On the same PC or on a different PC? Maybe you have some like cloud stash issues. Because coin blocks Bonemonger? Wait, Alagast doesn't block Bonemonger? I guess it doesn't, I don't know. On your laptop right now? Maybe you have like local saves on and the file is just on your PC and that's why it's not on your laptop. Because I don't know if GOG also has like a cloud save option for Grim Dawn, not sure. Yeah, I guess you gotta bring your USB stick next time. If GOG doesn't have a cloud save option. But the other characters are there. Yeah, I mean, it sounds very much like a... Or is it like a custom game? Did you play a mod maybe the last time and you need to click on custom game first? I don't know if you started a mod the last time. I mean, then it sounds like a cloud save issue, yeah. Like maybe for some reason... What I feel about the GRIMTOOLS link to this build, exclamation point build. Should take care of that. Also welcome in Mr. Big Panties. How are you doing?
Whatever it is you in, if you Ulgrim, what I
Come see what's left of my wares.
Yeah, entirely welcome. They're currently playing Titan Quest, it's Nutty. Yeah, Titan Quest is a cool game too. It's basically like Grim Dawn 0.5. And Grim Dawn is amazing, so Grim Dawn 0.5 is not too bad either. Okay. You get lost in Grim Dawn? Don't tell me you get lost in Grim Dawn but not in Titan Quest. It's... You probably just know one game better than the other then. I think it's generally like easier to find a way in Grim Dawn than in Titan Quest. Or like the same. Would I say, or would you guys say Grim Dawn is literally the best RPG on the market? I mean, the engine is a bit dated obviously, and like some of the visuals you could argue are A tiny bit dated as well for like the year 2023, definitely. But to me personally, Grim Dawn, at least single player wise, it's still the best, yeah. I mean, if you want trade, if you want like multiplayer, etc, etc, I guess Path of Exile is better. And there are other games that are also good, like Last Epoch is also a good game in my opinion, and it has multiplayer and etc, etc, but in my personal opinion, like it's still not as good as Grim Dawn. It's just not quite. It's pretty good though. Like it really is. Sorry. What do I have here? Grenado. Huh. I wonder, maybe I should just like go like maybe full Grenado instead of full cocktail. I'm not sure. Well, thanks for the follow, Pokemon. Even if Grim Dawn is literally the best RPG on the market, are the DLCs worth it? This meme will never die, I feel like. It will just never die. And for anybody like actually wondering, yes, the DLCs are worth it.
Put it to good use. I'll keep your stash safe.
Smiley face. Grim Dawn SSF pacing better than PvE trade? I guess. You have the maps memorized, sadly? Why sadly? Isn't that like good? That you know them now? That you know where to go? I mean, maybe there's like nothing new to find for you anymore if you like know all the corners of every single map, but... And if you like static maps, then in my opinion like Grim Dawn's maps are really well designed and have like tons of secrets here and there, like full exploring the first time is gonna be worth it. Just to like know the maps and like just to, you know, also like find all the secrets. That's kind of what I'm missing like in Last Epoch, for example. Like in Last Epoch they also have like fixed maps, right? And there are some like sometimes like branching ways as well, like branching paths, and then like one path just like leads nowhere and the other one is where you have to actually go. But if you take the one that like leads nowhere, there's nothing to like compensate you for like losing, like for going the wrong way. There's not like secret, there's literally like usually nothing, right? So it kind of feels bad. Whereas in this game, if you like take the wrong way, there's usually like some kind of like hidden chest somewhere, or like some mob at least to fight that's like interesting, something like that, I don't know. You would go back and play Titan Quest if there was a build guide. I mean, you say you're always getting lost in Act 2 in Grim Dawn. I was talking about this the last time as well, like last stream actually. And I don't mind like telling my tale again. So, in early Grim Dawn development, right, initially the game was so small that it should have only been Act 1 and that's it. Like Warden Creek literally being like the end boss of Grim Dawn. So Act 1 is a very like coherent and like finished and closed off like storyline, and you can tell it as well from like how the maps are made and so on. And then Act 2, when they made Act 2, or like started to make Act 2, Act 3, they were already like deciding that they were gonna like have 4 acts, and they already were deciding that like they wanted to have the game be more like open world. So Act 2 and 3 are a lot more like, especially Act 2, are like a way more open world than like Act 1. For example, initially the path between the old Alcobia Rift and the Twin Falls Rift was open. There's a road here that you can walk, but there's like one blockage like blocking the two. And initially this was open, so initially like people could like just go and do like Undercity, for example, before Cronley even. So, but then they got like feedback from the testers saying that they're getting lost non-stop. So they at least like closed off the Seer and like made the game a little bit more linear, like having to go like through Cronley first, into Twin Falls and the Broken Hills. It's still like a bit more like, you know, They're like going in circles in a way compared to Act 1 where it's just like straight up north. But they scrapped their like complete open world idea here. And then Act 3 has like you start here and you have a path branching to the southeast, one to the west from Homestead, and then like one to the north. But if you kind of like know where to go, it's kind of linear as well. And then Act 4, they just like scrapped all of that again. We're like, okay, let's just make people go north and that's it. Right? This is like very, very linear again, just like Act 1 kind of. So yeah, because of their like experimenting that they wanted to do in like Act 2 and 3. Act 2 and 3 is... yeah, usually like where people get lost if they get lost. I personally think it's really cool that they want to like make it more open world. But I also understand that some people just get lost and you don't want to get lost in an ARPG that much, it kind of feels bad. Are there any bugs or negatives that haven't been fixed in Grim Dawn? I don't know, are there like actually any bugs left in this game? I mean, sometimes there's still like some pathing bugs where you can very rarely like get stuck like in some stairs or something like that when you like Shadow Strike, but it's like very rare nowadays. It usually like, if at all, like only affects sometimes like monsters being like stuck in the environment. And yeah, maybe like some stuff like, it's just like engine related that can't really be fixed. And I guess the pathfinding is kind of engine related as well. What I just said basically. Honestly, there's like basically no bugs though. Like the game is pretty bug free for the most part, I think. Like even like abuse, like snapshotting and so on, has been basically removed or minimalized. I think you can't like cheese anything with like snapshotting anymore. Pretty much all the snapshotting cheese there was removed as well. Trying to find a hive in Act 3. Oh, the Reptilian hive. I mean, that one also has like basically 10 different spawn locations, right? If you know the spawn locations, if you like know where to look, you will find it eventually, but yeah, it always has like different locations. Kinda like the... I mean, Silvaria's Den and Ugnenborg has like 3 different ones. That's not too bad. But the hive in Rotting Croplands is like... it has like 10 different spots. They're all pretty close to each other. But yeah, it is like a bit RNG, and if you don't know like all the spots, then it can be very annoying, yeah. I mean, in that case, I would say like the GRIMTOOLS map helps. Like checking out all the locations on GRIMTOOLS map once, and then like knowing roughly like where to look. That will help it. That will like help you finding it in the future. But I can understand it being like frustrating at first when you don't know where to look really. Because it's just so many spots. I played the Lightning Druid last time, but you can't exit it right now. Yeah, that sucks, man. I hope you can get back to your character at some point. I mean, the Lightning Druid should be good enough to like take you through the entire game though, like even on all difficulties usually. Should be good enough to run a Strike Druid. For sure. It's only 5 spots actually for the Bug Hive. Dude, it feels like 10 to me as well all the time. But yeah, they are pretty close to each other. Like, once you know, it's not like that bad, I think. Do I use Star Pack for the skill cooldown? Yeah. You could argue that like percent fire damage at this point of the game is maybe actually better though. But endgame the CDR would be better for sure, because you would have enough fire damage from like gear and like devotions. I mean, devotions already taken, I guess, or like just gear. So like reducing the cooldown of your skills is gonna be like more impactful than like you know, just more raw damage. Especially for Grenado. I mean, for Cocktail it doesn't really matter too much. I guess for Cocktail you want to just play this. But that's probably also like why you usually don't play Sorcerer for like a pure Cocktail build. You rather want to play something like Oathkeeper as a secondary instead of Arcanist. Arcanist you really want to play like the Maids or Mortar Trap or like Devastation. Alright, we found the cave already. Let us delve inside. Sorc piano builds, yeah. I mean, I don't know, like just because of the city art from Star Pact, you kind of want to just play piano. Unless you play Aether Raid and you play the constant speed, of course. Yo, Hamikar, welcome on, welcome on. Thanks for the raid. Welcome on to the Bloomers. How you doing? Did you finally get around to enter that orgy? I mean, to play some Gorstack, or what have you been up to today? Opposite, of course, like leveling a Warlord. Alright. And that seems more sane. At least. 79 on Elite. Ultimate on Tuesday. Alright, alright. Mythical Hand Guards of Justice. I'm getting some lucky drops here. I'm only level 85. What the fuck? How do I get like... Level 94... usable gloves? To be fair though, itemization in general I feel like is generally probably actually better for a Shieldbreaker than for a Sorc. Like, not even kidding. Like the Justice set, Inferno Knight set, like both of those are just better on Shieldbreaker than on Sorcerer. But Arcanist is so nice for defense and hardcore. And also there is the Pyrant set that is amazing for Sorcerer. And just like all the like standard like demo stuff is just really good on Sorcerer as well. Like Ozuin, for example. Thunder Struck of Celerity. These rings are just like insanely easy and great. Like easy to get and great for lightning bolts. For fire it's always a bit hard to get a good one. Because for fire, I mean you want fire affixes. But these living rings, even though they have like an elemental base, they tend to rather roll with lightning affixes. Just get them. Yeah. Just get them. Stronghold set Sorcerer. Press is the best for the season because of mutators. Yeah. Right. I should go back and craft it. It's a fresh start, so you need all the blueprints. You need all the blueprints. Mythical Bartholomew's what? Oh, it's the one-handed hammer. Huh. Huh. Alright, let's craft the Vengeful Wraith here.
Got any more scrap metal? Come see what's left of my wares.
Ancient of Decay. I mean, ancient is a good prefix. It definitely is. Of Decay is just vitality damage though, so kinda trashy. Imperious of the Cabal. We did so many resistances on this, it's insane. Huh. I always want to play that over a Shroud of Illusion, as crazy as that might sound. It's like ever any good. When do you actually play this even? Bartholomew's Verdict. It's like you wanna play this with Judgment set. Like Justice set, I mean. Like one-handed Fire Blitz? I don't know. One-handed Fire Blitz Commando. And then has like random Judgment and McDrogan's Pact in there. I guess Warlord. Why is there McDrogan's Pact on this? Huh? Such a weird item. It looks cool, but it's so bad. Like, it's just so terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. Poor man's Origin weapon? For like a Shibreaker, maybe. Yeah, maybe there's a world where you wanna like play it on a like an Aura Shibreaker while leveling, but like as a filler. The A is optional. I mean, I'm still not even getting crits because I have like OA Shred in the cocktail, right? Yep, cock. I have like basic 2.5 KDA, and also this exists, giving me more DA on proc. So yeah, it's not that bad, it's fine. I need to decide though, I need to decide. I like what to play. Like maybe I should be playing Grenado instead. Yo, Megafair Workman.
You strike me as somebody with an open mind. All right.
An open mind, eh?
A blessed welcome.
The yellow craftable gun. Is it better than the fire Ugenborg gun? The craftable has weapon damage, true. Do I have the recipe though? How easy can you get the recipe? Yo, mechanism man, welcome on, welcome on. Alright, let's save in quotation marks these guys here. Dude, why are the ones that you save here so old though? Isn't their meat gonna be like not that tasty if they're so old already? Don't you want like younger meat for your soup? I guess for soup it doesn't matter too much, right? Like, you just boil it longer until it's tender. Arcane. Well, just knock him down with Grenado, I guess. Then implying. Yeah, try using your arcane projectile now, bitch. You made Rice Krispie squares today, and now you don't know whether you hit the LD50 of Marshmallow. Dude, sometimes I wonder, I mean, you said you're the same Chinese star sign as I am, right? Or whatever you want to call it, like Chinese blah blah blah, right? Like I'm a cock, you're a cock, right? But sometimes I wonder, are you 42 or are you just 18? I mean Magather, in case you guys are wondering. I wonder. Eternity or 8 at 6. Yeah, you know, those certainly are roosters as well. True. Yo, Conic, welcome on. What are you guys even fan-fictioning about here? The candles, the sexy dress? I mean, what's going on there? What are you guys even on about? It's not over, everybody betray me, I'm fed up with this world. What? Dude, there's like a fanfiction in the making in chat, and I don't even like realize. Or the two are fucking rude. I mean, I guess 41, but... I mean, we will never know, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he's the same age as me. But apparently, I think he said he's older, so... Movie The Room, Protoss? Me uncultured swine? Yeah, I guess so. I haven't seen The Room yet, no. Maybe I should. Monka. Oh. This is an ambush chest. The only one in the vanilla game. I wonder what's the lore behind these three guys and their ambush chest though. I wonder, like, why are they even here in the bog? What are they doing here? You're doing Aether Ray? What's your best second class choice? Kind of depends on like what element you want to play. If you want to play Aether or Lightning or Fire or Chaos or Vitality or Cold or Acid. I mean, those are kind of stupid though, Cold and Acid. I mean, they work, but also not really. Which is better? I mean, they're all good. They're all like very close to each other, I think. I mean, this game is pretty balanced overall. I mean, Aethers. There was a patch when like Chaos was the strongest. Maybe Aether is the strongest now. Spellbinder maybe. There was also a patch when like Lightning was the strongest. But they're like all pretty like close to each other still, I think. For Aether, I would go Necromancer secondary. So like a Spellbinder. I mean, I even have like a entire like solo self-found Spellbinder playthrough, just like this one, just for like an Aether Ray Spellbinder instead. Hashtag self-advertisement. No minions, yes, no minions. Necromancer with no minions, yes. Fuck pets. I mean, pets are good, but fuck pets.
Ah, we speak at last.
Yo, Thessin, welcome on. Thanks for the follow. Vertically underweight monkers. How do I do a wield? With a skill that allows it to do a wield, which is either in a class or on an item. The easiest to do a wield would be to buy the blueprint for the Bladesworn Talisman from Devil's Crossing, and then craft the Bladesworn Talisman, which is a relic that you can put in your relic slot. But it's gonna basically like block your relic slot for something else. And then you can do a wield. For example. It says you need cancel offhand for Aether Ray. Well, yeah, you cannot do a wield then. Because you need the offhand. If you wanna play Aether Ray, then you cannot do a wield. Like you need a caster offhand like this. Ah, yeah, caster offhand in Grim literally means offhand and not like a wand like in PoE. Like in PoE, I feel like you have like scepters and wands, right? No, in this game you have like an actual book. This is offhand. This this is not a caster offhand, this is a caster like dagger or scepter. And even if you put that in your offhand, it's not like considered a caster offhand. Caster offhand are books and stuff like that, like just things labeled offhand. It can be like a Yeti horn, or like a book, or like a skull, or like a sphere, right? Those kind of things like look a bit more like magical, you know, than just like. I mean, I guess a wand is also magical in a way, but. Like the first time I saw you can like dual wield wands in PoE, I was like, wait, what? It looks so weird. But I mean, you get used to it first. But like the first one was like, what? What kind of fantasy is this? This is not Harry Potter. I mean, yeah, it's not. So yeah, double wands don't work, and I mean single wands also don't work in this game because there are no wands. Like the entire game doesn't have wands. There are no wands in this game. There's only scepters and daggers for casters.
A blessed weapon.
There is no wand.
We've always had.
Alright, let's go and talk to Laria. The mythical Tome of Atonement. Tome of Atonement. Tome of Atonement. Wait, what does it do? Do you have a link to the item?
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, there are like some unwritten rules with some items. Like, if you have a shield, for example, that supports devastation, which also technically needs an offhand. Like, if you have an item supporting a skill, then the item will work with a skill, because otherwise the item wouldn't exist.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Right. So, skills in this game have usually like certain like prerequisites that they need to be used. But then there are items that remove that requisite, so yeah, I mean that's like a way how you can just still use a skill with like a certain item that you usually shouldn't be able to use with the item. Not like with the item type. The only open in Act 1 shop costs 3,400 iron. I mean, that's not that much, is it? I don't know what level you are, I don't know how many items you have. Level 10. Wait, can you play Aether at level 10 already? Seems a little bit too early. I mean, also, I'll also say this. If you try to play Aether at like level 10, you will run out of mana sooner than the enemy will run out of HP. Like, unless you have like good Aether, like good energy regeneration, And then it's gonna be kind of hard to use a skill. Like, it's just... yeah. You will need, for example, components that give you like additional energy regeneration, or you will like need to get like more energy regen from like Iskander's elemental exchange, or energy cost reduction from mental alacrity as well. Like Aether Ray is not a skill you can play the second you have it available, to be honest, unfortunately. It's kind of how it is. You Buhor Workman. Level 14 is the earliest you can play Aether Ray? Okay. Penalty success? Yeah, that is true. And to be honest, Kaidor's Tempest is even worse than Penalty's. Like, the way I usually level an Arcanist early is Fireball from a Searing Ember component. And put some points into Iskandra's Elemental Exchange for regen. And some points into maybe... well, Extra's Flash Freeze can be good for like trash clear at least. It's like a really good like... wait, where am I going? What am I doing? Fuck. It's like a really good like trash clearing skill. And for everything else you just play Fireball. But yeah, Lightning Nova can also work, yeah. I mean, it's better than Kaidor's Tempest at the early stages. It falls off very soon, but early it's good, yeah. I mean, for level 10 it's totally fine. You just pick Arcana as your second mastery, never as your first, I mean... yeah. That's also a possibility, yeah. Kinda the same for Oathkeeper, to be honest. Like, Oathkeeper also sucks ass early game. So terrible. Penalty is bad early, but it gets good once you're level 101. Kick W. Just searching for the 3 Wendigos here. The first 2 are always gonna be like somewhere in the bog. Already found the first one, that's the second one. And the third one is gonna be in the Gloomwald. So we're gonna go to Gloomwald here. Usually it's like between these 2 rifts, so you port to this one and then go south, or you port to the lower one and go north. If you don't mind turning the camera, I think it's better to go to the northern waypoint and then move south. It should be a bit closer, it should be like a bit quicker to the spawn locations. The Bug Shield and the Penateo found. The Bug Shield. Wait, the Inquisitor one? Or which one are you talking about? Did I die or just switch? No, I just switched. I might play some more Gore Stack later today, I don't know, or like some speed leveling, speed running maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I wanna kill the Bloodsingers, they can heal. Benet your found? They wanna just like... I mean, it adds crit damage, right? So if you like stack away, I guess it's not that bad. But other than that, it does nothing as well, right? Like it's just not good.
Put it to good use.
Pispinette is the best spell though. It can cloak her in under 20 minutes.
Yes, it is Ravager.
Alright, now you could like choose which Ravager to choose, like which Ravager to fight.
All of our effort.
Like which Ravager to summon first and then to fight as well. Depending on like who you sacrifice, you're gonna like summon a different Ravager. I'm not gonna fight any of them though. Like this is a Uber Celestial Gigaboss, basically whatever you wanna call it, right? So if you try it now, you're just gonna like fall over and die. So like just don't.
Massive bird. Who shall serve?
Right, just don't. But it looks cool, and it helps like get reputation with these guys. So yep, there he is. Praise Ravager.
What is this little thing that stands before me?
You come to offer yourself to a god. No, I don't want to end up as a offering today. Praise Ravager.
See anything you like?
Did these guys have anything of use? Not really, right? Not really. Oh, actually, this one is useful later.
Put it to good use.
But I will need to get some more reputation first. Why are people suggesting Markovian set? Because Reddit.
You've returned. The altar
Literally like suggesting the worst set in the game.
Now that you ever since the Ugdum, yeah, deep in good.
I mean, the thing is, it's not even that bad on a Warlord, because Warlord makes pretty much everything work. It's pretty tanky, no? It's not even that tanky. I mean, it is pretty tanky, yes. Because everything on a Warlord is pretty tanky. But there are tankier things. Like Markovian just, I don't know, it's just terrible, right? Like, it's not terrible, but it's always worse than something else. Like, there's always something else that does whatever Markovian is trying to do better. Yeah, the shield has no Fisuras, and the amulet blocks Avenger of Cairn. Like, those two things are already, like, making it worse than pretty much just playing Warden's shield, like Warden Krieg's shield and Avenger of Cairn. Like, literally, Warden Krieg's shield and Avenger of Cairn make a Warlord tankier than the entire Markovian set. Pretty much. That's the thing. And yeah, I don't know. And Milton's hard mask, the cask, right? Or even like Fetid mask. Like it's just better, right? To be brave into the void. I mean, I have 85% chaos stress. Should be not the hardest to get through this act here. I like to at least brave through the void. Not sure if I want to do the entire like act 6 there. I don't feel like I have that much damage, but I mean... if it works, I guess. Fireball component, Searing Ember. Or you can also craft flint core bolts, which needs I think like 3 Searing Ember. It should be a very, very common drop in Act 1. I mean, you can also buy it. Like the vendors have like a chance to sell it, but it should drop like very often as well, especially like for more like fire zombies. You sold them all? I mean, you should just never sell components. Like this stuff, like just never sell it. Just put them in your stash. Like, you can't sell it, like, once you have, like, a stack of 1,000 in your stash, then sure you can sell it, but... Before that, I wouldn't sell them, like, ever, really. Unless I, like, really badly need, like, iron boots. But that should usually not be a problem. I mean, if you like Lightning Nova, you can just, like, keep on playing Lightning Nova for now, it's fine. Like, it's not, like, that much worse. Or, like, it's not better or worse, I think it's pretty much the same. But yeah, check out the smith. Once you have, like, rescued the smith, you wanna craft, either if you wanna keep on playing Lightning Nova, you wanna craft the Amber. Because Amber has, like, greater Lightning Nova. Or you wanna play, like, Flint Core Bolts for, like, well, greater Fireball. Or you wanna play, I think, Chill Steel Bolts for, like, greater Ice Spike. There it is, the purple projectile, did you see it? It was very easy to spot, right? Very easy to spot. Easiest ever to spot. Okay, yeah, damage really isn't that amazing right now, not gonna lie. Oh, there it was, right? Just dodge it. You have like 5,000 Searing Embers. I mean, at that point you might consider setting some, maybe? Like, I don't know. Unless I want to go for like Searing Ember world record. Yeah, you just like click the one click button at the stash to like move all components from your inventory to your stash in one click. That's what you usually do with components. Strongest elites are Riggs Associates by far? Yeah, they are. Well, so far. So far. Maybe Season 5 is gonna change that. With ambush mobs. Would you play Venom Lash over Pisqua's Tail while leveling cooldown Reek's Evil Eye? Venom Lash? I would just play the Scepter from Sister Crimson. I don't think I would play anything but Scepter from Sister Crimson, honestly, because it has like additional poison damage to Reek's Evil Eye. And if you're playing cooldown Reek's Evil Eye, I mean that's what you're scaling, right? The poison damage. You gore stacking? I mean, it depends like how comfortable you are with Act 7 with Forgotten Gods. I mean, I did Sister Crimson before repairing the bridge to Act 2 on Gore Stack. But the problem is, like, the later you go there, the harder shit's gonna be, right? So, which is why I went there immediately after Woden Krieg. Like, if you go there right away, it's not that bad. I mean, it also, like, depends on, like, how your character is doing right now, right? Like, depends on your gear, depends on, like, how your resistances are set up. Depends on your health, armor, physrus, resistances, damage. Just depends on like all of that. Right? If it's doing fine right now, then you can go there, no problem, I think. But if not, then it's gonna be rippy. If you find a lucky Venom Lash, though, I mean, it could be fine as well. Okay, this guy's pretty fire resistant because he's like literally summoning volcanoes himself as well. Try to not stand inside the volcanoes, right? Stand in fire DPS higher. I mean, not necessarily true for this game, unless you wanna die. Also his void spikes are pretty annoying as well. These ones here, they hurt like arguably even more than his volcanoes. We got a obsidian juggernaut. This is a very cool chaos item, honestly. Not necessarily good for this class, but it's pretty cool. Right, if you... Oh, there's the finger. Right. Sounds these kind of like thunder waves. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I actually like the skull a lot. Like visually and like how it plays. The problem is like elevation. Alright, let's get back to the finger.
Is that you, Mother? As you command. My Emperor, yours. Wait. My mom. Yes, to nice.
To Malmouth. Let's go to Malmouth. Dude, I need so many skill points, man, for this class. Unreal, unreal. Does Overload Talon do anything for Lighting Nova? So the Burn, Frostburn, Electrocute damage that this one adds is going to be added to your weapon damage. So I believe Lighting Nova has some weapon damage. Say for example it has like 30% weapon damage, then we'll like take the number here times 0.3, right? So it's only going to be like 30% effectiveness. I mean, lower the number is, the worse it is. If it's like 100 and more, it would be like really good, but I think it's less than that. So it can be like okay, but not like amazing. I mean, 1 point is I guess okay. I mean, you want like more points there later anyway for the offensive ability and the Aether Resistance. But the dot damage that you get will probably have like low effectiveness, like low effectiveness. Yeah, low effectiveness. There's another freaking arcane here. Are you kidding me? Oh, and it's a swift as well in there, which like boosts the speed of all of these guys, including their casting speed. So they're gonna like be using their skills quicker, like the arcane ball. There it is. I think it even might like... Oh my god, they got healed as well? Dude, I'm like going the wrong way here. Holy shit. This is actually so sketchy to do this. Because like they also reduce your max HP with their auras. All these oppressors. This is so rippy, honestly. If you don't pay attention here properly. This is so rippy, dude. And once you can sustain the energy of Aether Ray is a good skill. But before that, you need to like either play Trozen or like just component skills like you're already doing. Yeah, and Predators also sucks, kind of. Alright, these guys are still here, right? Oh, what you can do though, I'm stupid. What you can do with swift enemies is you can nullify their swift aura. I should have done it like instantly. Why did I not do that earlier? Like, if you remove their aura, right? I mean, they're obviously slowed down, or like normal speed again. Which includes all of their allies. That's why notification is good. Like one of the reasons why. Grim Dawn veteran, Omega low, yeah. To be honest though, the first time I didn't see these guys. Like I didn't see the Swift guy in the pack, I only saw the Arcane. Also the notification is not really big enough. I like putting more points here also for like bigger radius, so you have like an easier time hitting yourself and the enemy as well. Nullify yourself from debuffs while nullifying buffs on the enemy as well. At one point it's kind of small, but on the other hand, this build is very skill point styled right now, so I can't really afford putting more points into the skill. You can remove Oppressor Aura as well. True.
It's good. You're to the...
True. How do you reset instance? Exit the main menu. That's the only way. I mean, there are no instances. That's the thing. Like, you cannot reset the instance if there is no instance, because it's not server-based. You're not playing on a server. You're playing on your local PC. You're not, there's not like there aren't like any server instances. Like, there aren't like many like different maps set up in your game or something like that. I think. And yet, also the engine doesn't support it, as far as I know. Maybe you could even without servers, I'm not sure actually, but the engine doesn't support like instancing as far as I know. I mean, that's like one big plus of course for PoE, like the guys who made PoE made the engine themselves. I mean, the guys who made Grim Dawn also have like altered the Titan Quest engine to their needs. Like they did change the engine a bit, a fair amount, but not that much. And it's still like kind of the Titan Quest engine, which is like from what, 2005 or something like that. So the engine is a bit older and like less catered towards a ARPG that like allows for everything, like Path of Exiles does. I mean, yeah. Which is why I'm saying like all the time, like whenever they make like Grim Dawn 2, like the primary thing that I want this game to change, or like to have different for Grim Dawn 2 would be the engine. Like the engine is... I think the game is like amazing, but the engine like limits it too much sometimes, unfortunately. Apart from the like no trade, no like... I mean there is trade, technically you can trade. But like no servers and stuff like that. Apart from that, like missing as well, of course. Is there gonna be a big graphic update for Grim Dawn 2? I mean, they're gonna be using like an entirely different, like new engine and everything. Yeah, like they basically plan if they wanna do Grim Dawn 2. I mean, they wanna do Grim Dawn 2 at some point. They're not currently working on it, but they are currently working on an engine on which they want to eventually run Grim Dawn 2 on as well. Would it look like PoE or Diablo? Do you mean like style-wise? I mean, style-wise, it's just gonna look like Grim Dawn, right? Like Grim Dawn has like its own style, kind of. Like style-wise, it's just gonna be like Grim Dawn 1. I don't think they need to change the style, honestly. Graphics? I honestly... Okay, this might sound like big copium, right? But I honestly think Grim Dawn has better graphics than Path of Exile. Like, I'm not even joking. The thing is, okay, Path of Exile does have like some better graphics in some situations, but if you like play the game, you can't see shit to it. Like it's just visual clutter everything, like everywhere, I don't know. You can't agree with that, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Like if you look at like models and so on, like the textures as well. Like if you look at non-MTX stuff in PoE unit, if you look at non-MTX stuff, like I don't know, Grim Dawn like just beats PoE like all the time. I also understand that like PoE's like non-MTX stuff is like 10 years old almost, but so are these. Kind of. I mean, it's just like personal opinions. Like I don't know. I mean, of course, with a better engine, they will update graphics. Obviously, they will not stick with this like. I mean, it is a upgraded 2005 engine, so. I mean, it does look a bit dated, but I also think PoE looks dated. And I also think Diablo 3 looks like shit, honestly. Like, I also think Grim Dawn looks better than Diablo 3, like, no joke. Because Diablo 3 also looks like shit, in my opinion. Nowadays, in the current year. And PoE has done some progression, though. Like, PoE looks better now than it looked like 5 or 10 years ago, for sure. And Grim Dawn... Sure, they made like some better textures and some better like models here and there, but overall like the game's graphics haven't updated at all. So, yeah. Like when you're out of combat, I can see PoE looking better than Grim Dawn, but like in combat, I don't know. Yeah, I can agree like with it like generally having like worse graphics maybe, I guess, sure. I don't know, maybe I'm just playing Grim Dawn too much and not enough PoE, and also like for me, like Grim Dawn just has like more, I don't know, like everything like looks more coherent, like it all like fits better together graphically in my opinion than PoE, and PoE is like a bit weird sometimes. Yeah, I mean, some people say like PoE 2 is gonna fix stuff, right? Like make the game slower and stuff like that. I mean,
I hope you're ready.
They can't really like change the core gameplay of the end game that much, because like they would literally like lose 90% of their like softcore players right now. Like they would lose their main audience. They initially didn't want PoE to be all about blasting maybe, and the Division wants to slow down the game a little bit. So yeah, I mean PoE 2 might be like slowed down a little bit, but like you can also like make it harder to achieve like the zoom gameplay, but they can't remove the zoom gameplay, right? You still have to make the zoom gameplay like available some way or form, because yeah, it's just like what people want that play PoE, not necessarily what maybe like you and I want. I mean, some of you guys maybe do want that. I wouldn't necessarily like it that much. I think it just makes the gameplay dull. Like, bosses are cool, yeah, but like, maps are just dull to me. I don't know, it's just bad gameplay, actually. I think, personally. Grim Dawn has more going on the screen. I mean, because you have a bigger screen. Because you're zoomed out more. That's why you have more on the screen. That is true. Alright, I stirred up the PoE haters again. I guess that's like, I don't know, part of this channel as well in a way. I don't even dislike PoE. I feel like my viewers, like my average viewer dislikes PoE more than I do. You don't hate it either, actually? I mean, you played it as well last season, or like this season, so I mean, you can't hate it that much. I mean, it's just, you're just not as experienced at the game, and yes, it is punishing, and it's arguably more punishing of a game than Grim Dawn as well, generally, sure. I would even hate PoE. I mean, I just hate the gameplay, and I openly hate the gameplay a lot, and I hate it so much that I don't feel motivated to like... The theory crafting is amazing, and the crafting also is amazing, but I'm always thinking like, what am I theory crafting for? What am I crafting for? Like in the end, if I play the game, I'm playing a gameplay that I don't enjoy, So I'm like, yeah. Hideout might be... No, I hate Hideout. I hate Trade. I only play SSF and PoE. So, yeah. I don't know. That's why I play Grim Dawn and not PoE, basically. But objectively, I can still say PoE is a great game, and it is objectively, it has more content than Grim Dawn, of course, and it is objectively, you could say, like, a better game than Grim Dawn, apart from like single player SSF, in my opinion. And if you enjoy single player SSF, then I don't know, like, I mean, PoE can still be good, but I think the gameplay in Grim Dawn is just better. It's slower, yes, which I think is actually not bad, but some people... I mean, people who enjoy Torchlight Infinite, for example, they would hate Grim Dawn, because for them, like, zoom equals fun. For me, it's not like that. If for you... Dude, is Envy here? Envy would be so mad again, like, first kill on Ternox, instantly boots again, Krieg's boots. Yeah, 99% of PoE players cannot get into Grim Dawn because of the zoominess of PoE. I wouldn't say 99%, I would say like 90%. Like there are some PoE, there are more PoE players that can still enjoy like non-zoom gameplay than you might think. But I would say maybe like 99% of softcore zoom PoE players, maybe, yeah. I mean, also, okay, there's also like people like Zizaran, who are also just like zoomers at heart. Even if they're like playing hardcore, like Zizaran is a typical zoomer to me, like gameplay-wise. Quinn, not so much. And Alkaiser also not so much. I mean, Alkaiser also loves Grim Dawn. I mean, he would always like rate Grim Dawn as his like second best RPG out there. You haven't seen the people? Yeah, I don't even want to see them, honestly. I don't even want to see them. And I mean, I don't know. It's like, that gameplay is just not for me. So Zizaran bought a second house. I mean, he made it with streaming though, right? Or not, or with trading.
Come see what's left of my wares.
I don't enjoy zooming, kill Styrian in like 10 seconds. Yeah, I mean, I would enjoy the fight more as well if he lived longer, to be honest. Styrian needs like more health, at least in ultimate. Like, no joke. She needs more health badly. You liked what PoE was, but you always loved what Grim Dawn is. Why did you start disliking PoE then?
I'll keep your stash safe.
Might be interesting to hear from like an ex-PoE enjoyer. Hero Siege? I've heard of it, yeah. I've never played it myself though.
Come see what's left of my wares. Iron well spent.
Never played it myself though.
Well, not
PoE wasn't a speed fest at first. Like early release and beta. Yeah, I've heard of that a lot as well, like it was way slower back in the day. PoE Classic. Imagine like PoE Classic. Call Chris Wilson. Calling all the agents. Bog. The PvP, PvE events were the most fun you've had in an RPG? In which game? In PoE or? How does clear work with Fireball? Seems kind of trash, not gonna lie. I mean, it always depends on like your gear as well, in a way. Like percent damage does a shit ton early game. Also, if you use OFF, OFF has like a built-in like 100 fire resistance reduction. PoE. Okay, nice. Honestly, they might have also like buffed Lighting Nova compared to like when I last played it. Like, Lighting Nova didn't feel that good at some point, I think, but maybe it's actually good now, or like decent now. But usually you combine Final Blast with Electro's Flash Freeze, which works against everything in Act 1 except for Warden Krieg, the boss. Against Warden, it's kinda shit. But oh well. What is happening here? Can't summon these over there? Okay, oh well. I mean, I'm pretty sure like GGG is mostly busy like working on PoE 2, right? So all of their like leagues are kinda done like by the B team, I guess. They just don't give a fuck, you think? How long until PoE 2? I mean, we'll find out in Exile Con, right? And is it like in July, I think? July? Yeah. July? I mean, the audience for Diablo 4 and for PoE 2 is just different. Like, PoE people... I don't think they're gonna, like, play Diablo 4 that much even. Because it's gonna, like, lack in, like, crafting depth and so on. Whereas Diablo 4 is gonna, like, suck in all the people playing Diablo 3 as well as, like, Lost Ark. Potentially Diablo 2 as well. And the console, yeah. Like, PoE 2 is gonna be like the deeper game, like, pretty sure about that, especially like theory crafting wise. Shit. Should maybe not die yet. Yo, Mumar, welcome in. I mean, unless like Diablo 4 is just like a failure, a complete failure, then... Unless it's like a complete failure, I think like Diablo 4 is just gonna have like more players than Path of Exile. because it's probably gonna be like more intuitive for like casuals to play, and it has like the lore advantage, I guess, or like not lore advantage, but more like the just like a more renowned title. Oh, here we go again, like, imagine reading Discord chat, like 1 hour later. Twitch still hasn't contacted you because of your ban. Dude, Twitch is so stupid. I mean, just make a second account, I don't know. It would be cool to have something closer to a shield or something closer to a weapon that is still considered an offhand. I mean, modding wise, you're limited by the templates, and there's only one offhand template. You can still, like, of course, design the offhand to be a bit more like similar-ish to a weapon, for example, like by giving it like flat damage. I mean, flat damage on an offhand will result in having more flat damage on your main hand, because anything weapon damage related on your offhand is basically the same as if it was like on a ring, for example. Template for Lager? Yeah, pretty much. Like all skills, like if you have a game, right? If you have a game, you usually like create templates for everything first, right? So like there's a monster template, a character template, item templates for like different item types, etc, etc, right? So you don't have to like always like recreate all the basics of a monster. You have like tons of stats or like tons of attributes that a monster can have. It doesn't have to like be the same attribute, like the same numbers within that attribute, of course, but like just you define like a monster having like these attributes, right? So like all monsters have these attributes. Like whether or not a monster will have values in those attributes or just a 0 is another thing. You have to like define how like your asset types basically, or like you're just like your like all the entities on the game like are set up, right? So that's why you have like templates. And for example, the offhand type, like item type, is like a template, and it's like set up in a certain way. For example, it's set up in a way to handle like all kinds of like flat like base damage stuff to just be added globally to your weapon damage, similar to rings. So in a way, like an offhand is like a ring that you wear in your like left hand, right? PoE free to play, less player playing on one day than D4 equals $90 day one, more people playing day one, I can't. They don't do CGI traded for PoE 2, then they are stuck with the same audience as PoE 1. Yeah, I mean honestly, if you want to get the masses, like you have to do some like CGI crap, right? Like you just have to like have a bad chest, oh my god, so cool trader, right? Like, if you don't do traders like Diablo 4, you're not gonna like get the same like audience. That's just what it is. But I mean, they also don't want the same audience, maybe. You have a friend who loved Diablo 3 and what he thought as its complexity. He checked out PoE and ran for the hills. He noped out right at the skill tree. Yeah, I mean, some people just like don't like it. They don't wanna like think when playing games. And Diablo 3 does that. it makes you not have to think when playing games. Whereas PoE you have to think when playing games. In Grim Dawn you also kind of have to think. Maybe not quite as much as in PoE, but you also still have to think in a way. I mean, I can understand, like, especially when, like, people are... like, you know, like, working up their ass at work. And, or if they just don't like thinking in general, then they just want to, like, you know, chillax with a game. Like, for them, playing Diablo 3 is still, like, 10 times more, like, you know, mind requiring, thought requiring, brain requiring than like playing Call of Duty, for example, you know? There's billions of guides in PoE, just follow them. I mean, that requires reading or watching a video. You don't read or watch a video when you play Diablo 3 on your console. Just follow the POB. Okay. Do you think a player that nopes out when seeing the PoE tree will not nope out when they see PoB with their like 2002 interface that's like only kind of like acceptable when you're like a programmer yourself? Like PoB interface in 2023, like acceptable for a casual player. What? You weren't talking about a new player? Okay, I thought we were talking about new players here. In general, like... I mean, if you want to like get somebody into a game, then he's a new player, right, at first. I mean, yeah, if you're like already into the game, then of course like PoB is not gonna be a problem for you. Yeah. I mean, the conversation was like... I thought like mostly about like getting new people into the game and like, for example, getting new people like to play PoE 2, for example. Yeah, it's just like not very accessible for like people who, like the average Andy, right? Who might have had like an okay time getting into D3, but... I mean, the thing is like... The first time I played PoE, right, it was Abyss League. And back then I was basically like looking for games that are similar to Diablo 3, because Diablo 3 was honestly my first RPG ever. I didn't play RPGs before that. I didn't play Diablo 2, I didn't play Titan Quest, I didn't play anything before Diablo 3, because I mostly played RTS games or MOBAs. And at that time mostly MOBAs, honestly. And... well... so I played Diablo 3 first, right? I also played Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. But honestly, Diablo 3 was like cool and so on, right? It was like nice to play. But I kinda got bored because the complexity wasn't like high enough. So I was kinda like looking for a game that's kinda like Diablo 3, but maybe a bit more complex, and or you don't get like the developers to tell you as much what to play, like you have more freedom with what to play, like with items and so on. Because in Diablo 3 it's like, well, you either play this set that does everything you want, or you don't play the game, right? At least an end game. And then, yeah, I found Grim Dawn and I found PoE basically. I think I actually like found PoE first before Grim Dawn even, or like about the same time. And I played Abyss League, which was the league back then. And I played until like the Bandit quest in Act 2. And then I played with someone who also knew the game really a bit more. And then he was like, wait, which bandit did you sign with? Or did you kill all three? I was like, yeah, I sided with this guy named Oak or something like that. And then he was like, okay, yeah, just reroll your character. I was like, what do you mean just reroll your character? He was like, yeah, just reroll your character, your choice sucked. I was like, okay, isn't there like a way to respec or like to do it, like redo your choice or something? I was like, no, just reroll your character. And that, at the time, made like frustrated me so fucking hard that I just quit the game until Ultimatum League. Like I just didn't play PoE until Ultimatum because of that. Like my tolerance back then was also very low for like... It wasn't necessarily the fact that I fucked up, right? Because technically I could have like played the character, like kept on playing the character, like it's only one skill point, right? But the fact that like the guy who was like into the game was just literally telling me, like trying to convince me so hard that my character's gonna suck for the rest of the game forever if I don't reroll the character and I don't redo that choice. Like that alone just fucked me off so hard, like I don't know. I mean, I might have like played with the wrong person back then. Yeah, I mean, it was just like if I had a different like guy playing with me back then and like saying, okay, I mean, yeah, your character's gonna have like one less skill point, but it's not like a big deal. Like you can just like keep playing. But no, like he was literally like, no, just reroll the character. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, okay, like if that's like what PoE players are like, or like if that's like what the game is like, then yeah, I'm just not gonna play the game. I mean, he was like in, I don't know, he was like good at the game, but he was like in one of those like try-hard guilds, I think, as well. Like he was like running currency like crazy at League Start to like get rich early and so on. He was like a self-proclaimed like elite pro gamer in PoE kind of. He would never reset for that. I mean, he just would have done the right choice because he knew all the choices that are like right or wrong already, because he played like PoE since like beta or something like that. And I mean, okay, nowadays, right, like if I did the wrong choice now, I would honestly also just reset, right? Because Act 2 isn't like that hard to get to, right? Like Act 2 bandits isn't like a hard, like it's not like lots of time investment, right? But back then at the time, I don't know, it took me like 10 hours to get through Act 1 or something like that, you know? Like, I'm not even joking. You never reset? Has that small of an impact? Yeah, I mean, as I said, like he would just like do the right choice, I guess. I mean, yeah, for beginners also like doesn't matter at all. But I don't know, like it was just like clown fiesta, I guess, in a way. He was like, he went like a bit overboard in like min-maxing, I guess, in a way. Like pretty like autistic levels of min-maxing, I guess, which I don't mean this as like a bad thing. Like, I mean, those people made like the best builds because they're like literally like min-maxing every single bit, but they couldn't like understand that like for a beginner like me there would be like more important things than like min-maxing like those 0.1% of your build. But yeah.
I was free.
And honestly, that's, I mean, it's not the only reason, but that's like one of the reasons why I just played Grim Dawn and not Path of Exile. Like, no joke. Otherwise, I might have like started PoE in Abyss League. I mean, there were other like issues with the game that I didn't like back then already. Like, for example, like whenever I watched somebody like stream PoE, like I was new at both Grim Dawn and PoE, right? But when I was watching someone play Grim Dawn, like everything was clear, right? You could see what the guy was doing. When somebody was streaming PoE, you couldn't see shit. Like the game has zero visual clarity, especially when you're new to the game. And Grim Dawn does have like, in my opinion at least, like for me back then, like I understood everything the guy was doing. Literally everything. I mean, not like the deep mechanics, but like I understood what's going on the screen, right? I understood like which mob is hitting him, I understood like what he needs to dodge and so on and so on. In PoE, you don't like... you have to imagine what's actually happening, you know? Like, you don't see what's happening. At least if you don't know the game. If you know the game, then I think like it's actually okay. Like you do at some point like realize what's hitting you and what isn't and so on, and you do like train your eye to like understand what's going on the screen. But if you're like new, it's super hard in my opinion. It's easier in Grim Dawn. Way easier. That's also something that PoE did far better at launch. You find it hard to follow now. Yeah, I mean, it's just like so many mechanics and so much clutter, in my opinion. Like too much clutter. If they just like make the game cleaner in PoE 2, which from what they've shown in the last ExileCon, it looked like it will be cleaner. Yeah. Then yeah, I mean, I will definitely play PoE 2 at some point, sure. Of course I will. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, this is for rings, alright. Honestly, Hexer's Delight is pretty good for now. Is there anything you can buy in Grim Dawn except the game? Not really. I mean, there is a so-called loyalist pack. I think it's like $10. And you get like some MTX, basically like some skins, yeah. But it's like only literally like one pack. And the skins aren't even like, I mean, they're like more unique. I can show you. I have the pack. It's literally like only if you want to like create more money, right? You like buy that, right? I can show you the stuff. It's these guys over here, Courier the Keeper and Lancer the Knight. And you can get like new illusions like Silver Knight illusion, you can get Black Knight illusion, you can get Dragon General illusion, you can get White Wizard, you can get Dark Wizard, you can get Great Wolf, and you can get here Secret Handshake, a Powdered Wig, Swashbuckler's Coat, you can get a beer, care for drink, receive beverage brew, you can drink this beer and then get a debuff, literally like pay to lose. You can get Widow Wisp in a jar, get some more headwear here. Like this is some MTX, I guess you can say, like some, you know, illusions, companions. Okay, so you just click these and then you can like use them at your illusionist. And then here you have these two pets that literally do nothing, just like, you know, just like walk around with you, like this Widow Wisp, this thing here. And you can have this crate, right, this box here, jump behind you. That's all you can do here, and you get the pay to lose buff. Like it's not, the business model is just different. Like the business model is like old school, you buy once, you get the entire game. It's not a free-to-play game. Free-to-play models are just different. And yeah, for example, this is Dark Wizard, right? You can... It doesn't even have shoulders, I think. What the fuck? Dark Wizard. Wait, for shoulders you need to do like different... Dark Wizard. Where is it even? Oh, it's only offhand? It's kind of scuffed, actually. Like Dark Wizard, you know. It looks kind of cool, but it's not like overly amazing. You can get invisible shoulders. There's like Black Knight set, right? Black Knight, White Knight, Silver Knight. Where's Black Knight? Hello? Oh, yeah, I'm blind. Right, Black Knight set. Black Knight at least has like pants and boots and so on as well, and shoulders. Or you can use the Great Wolf. So I think like
Good, you're
the
back.
only way to show some skin in this game.
And not everyone.
If you're like female, there's like some side booba, but that's it. Yo, Braumeister, welcome back, welcome back. Thanks for the prime. And another one, welcome back to the Bloomers. Much appreciated support. Welcome back, welcome back. Did my stack end or just taking a break? Just taking a break. And you have also like this axe here, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, you can dress up, but honestly, like the base stuff is also like already looking good. Like, it's not like PoE where like the default gear looks like trash. Like you can literally like have these, but by default, you know. If you find the item, it's like you find the item, you get the illusion, right? It's like a bit different of a model. And this already looks like a lot better. For example, like a proper like fire sorcerer. Maybe different helmet as well, I don't know, like this or this. You know. Some of the medals are lazy, like this one, right? This one looks cool here, but it actually doesn't have a mesh, like what the fuck? Some of the medals are trash. For some reason, lazy developers. There we go. Full pay to win. I mean, this is not even pay to win, but these boxes are, I guess. How do I lose this now? I need to reset my game, right? Fuck. Lost Ark with its realistic gear progression of women's armor getting smaller and smaller. Dude, Lost Ark has such garbage gear progression. Like, you already have, like, the best looking armor at level 1. Like, what is this, man? In this game, you have, like, literally, like, rugs and scraps as gear at level 1, and later you look kinda good, right? Like, kinda cool. This is... I mean, you can look better than those, I think, even. But this is already, like, way better than, like, level 1. So you at least have, like, you know, like, actual gear progression. Like, visual gear progression. Right, click it off. The illusion. Yeah. You can, of course, as well. Like, I still have to see an RPG that does gear, like, visual gear progression as well as Grim Dawn. Just wish there was a GMP. I mean, depending on the skill, there are some skill modifiers that basically, like, give you additional projectiles. But they're very rare, and not for every skill.
The Malmouth Resistance had a...
There you are. Well, just
Here I am. There you are. Here I am. Cool.
Ah, I've been expecting you, human.
Yo, Neomort, thanks for becoming an actual subscriber and not just a primer, I guess. I mean, I don't want to like prime shame, but much appreciate the support. Was that worth it? I don't know. My alerts are weird. What do you mean? But a Grim Dawn sound pass. How's that weird? Oh. Do you mean the audio is like fucked up or something? I just don't like alerts whatsoever. Ah, okay. I mean, understandable. In a way. But yeah, on Twitch I feel like on average it's probably better to have alerts than to not have alerts. But it's totally understandable that you don't like them for some reason. For like whatever reason. That is understandable. Alerts were most of the streams. Dude, I recently found a video recording of a stream from 2014 from Good Idea Gaming. I don't know if you guys know Good Idea Gaming from Diablo 3. But like I actually remember watching him a lot in a way back then. He was in a way also racist. That is not to be hidden, I guess, yeah. Or like rather his donations were like racist as fuck for the most part. And it's actually surprising that for me right now, like looking at that in the current year, like what was okay on Twitch back then? Like Baby Quinn? Nah, his stream was way worse than Quinn's, honestly, for the time. His stream was way worse than Quinn's. And he literally, I mean, it was like a recording of like a stream of his where he finally made his first emotes. And one of his emotes was like Blacker, right? Like a black kappa. And it was a Twitch approved emote back then. Fucking Blacker, dude. Oh my god. Stuff like that. Yeah, I mean his stream was hilarious in a way, but also very, very much not okay on the other hand. It was like not okay, dude. But yeah, 2014 Twitch, and if you go even further back, I guess it's even worse. But yeah, Good Idea Gaming was... yeah. He sure was a streamer. He was one of the streamers of this kind. And the funny thing is, like, everybody like thought he's like black himself as well. Because he always like roleplayed being black. But he was just like some white fat kid basically. You never saw him? There was a video of him from BlizzCon. And also I think he did like a $2,000 like face review stream at some point. Like he basically like asked people to like donate $2,000 and then he would like reveal his face. And people like donated $2,000 in like 10 minutes or something like that. It was ridiculous. Like, okay, you can like think of him himself as like a streamer, what you want. But the guys watching him, like those were the actual like crazy guys, honestly, and like donating and so on. The people were like on a regular basis like donating like $50 in his stream to like get someone else banned. And then that guy that got banned donated like another $50 to like get unbanned. And instead they got the guy banned that banned him. And it would be like an infinite circle. And like he would just like cash in like crazy because of that. And it was like Diablo 3 content. But if you look at the actual gameplay from the streams back then from 2014, like I remember why I was actually like playing Diablo 3 back then, because the game was like actually kind of fun. And the damage numbers, you won't see a single million or trillion back then. It's actually like only like thousands and maybe, okay, maybe like millions, but not like trillions and stuff like that. Like damage numbers were still like sane. It was actually like early RS release. It wasn't like vanilla, but like RS Reaper's Souls release, I think. You know, someone who was one of the whitest kids, you know, he dropped the hard R constantly, not in the way to insult, but just normal conversation. Yeah. I mean, the guy also would call himself, like, Good Idea Gaming, right? GIG. So he would call himself the Gigger all the time. Stuff like that, yeah, I mean... The Gigger. Like he was hilarious in his way, but also some of the jokes were like too much, and he was basically racist as fuck, and his viewers and donators were even worse. Wait, I fucking missed my notification again? Holy shit, dude. Boomer. Boomer me. Hello? Alright.
So this is what preliminary.
To make this Crown Hill run a bit more efficient here, we're gonna destroy the western exhaust first. Then go back to Seacap District, pick up the other side quests. Then go back all the way, potentially even to Black Iron Docks. Should be careful here, like once your mirror fades, you are not that tanky. I mean, you still have Blast Shield, of course, and like your healing from Dryad and so on. But these guys also can hurt a bit. They can hurt a lot if you don't have like good gear. Like, and my gear is honestly not the best right now. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not like amazing anymore. Oh yeah, the other 3 has no force move as well, like that's just... yikes. True. Okay, so we destroyed this vent, we go back to the sewers, no, the Seacap District. What am I doing? We go back here. Does D4 have force move? I hope so. Yeah, Wolfson also has the same issue. True. Alright, we pick up this quest, and we pick up Yvonne's quest. Up here, that's more important. And then we just port back to Crown Hill. And we go back to the harbor. I should have sold my items, I think. I'm gonna have to go back to sell items soon again. Oh well. I go have to port back to Seacap again anyway to open the way to the docks, I assume. Alright, you want to pick up this one-shot chest over here? You want to pick up Yvonne's memory over here? See, like, that's the thing, right? In Grim Dawn you have like many branches like left and right as well. But if you go here, right, you get, for example, rewarded with a one-shot chest which has a guaranteed legendary on ultimate. So, like, you're never like really wasting your time exploring, because there's always like chests or like some secrets. You always get rewarded in some way or form. So like, the maps having like, you know, branches left and right, it makes sense, like you get rewarded, it's fine. Like you don't feel like you're getting lost and it feels terrible because you're not getting anything in reward, like in return. Yeah, in Last Epoch there are branches as well in maps, but like there's literally nothing. Like, I mean, there might be like a small chest, maybe, sure, okay. But those kind of suck. I mean, early they're okay, but like they suck pretty hard pretty soon. And other than that, there's maybe like 5 trash mobs, right? And that's it. Arcanum does soon, hell yeah. Oh yeah, to be fair, I'm still like using crappy augments, like absolute crap augments. Slith Venom, like what the fuck? What am I doing? Like these are revered, like why am I not using proper augments? Hello? What's wrong with me? I'm trolling basically. Alright, we move back to the docks. We go back to Sea Cap, pick up the quests for the docks so that the door opens.
I'm pleased. Get up.
Captain, I'm talking about.
I'm new to the game, it's alright, yeah. I guess. I'm playing beginner, so also I found a fresh start playthrough, right? So I have to like pretend to be a bit of a beginner at least. Alright. So there's like a spawner basically here. And the spawner spawns waves. And you gotta kill all the waves, complete the quest. Make sure to kill arcanes quickly if they spawn. And if you can't kill them quickly, make sure to keep your distance to them so you can see the projectile and ideally dodge it. Alright, another wave. You can also press the button to hide all your items to make this a bit, well, less cluttery. Like to hide all the drops. Garbage loot. I mean, you're not really like doing this for loot, you're just doing this for mostly the reputation of the Malmouth faction here.
Was the mission back before the...
And now you got the quest to deal with the council. And we're also gonna hand back the thing to Imonda, there we go. And then you can like pick up these yellows as well. Since they're like literally lying around here in a way. Next to the vendor and sell them to the vendor. Get some more money. I don't wanna be drunk anymore, it's fine. So what I want now is, I want to do like all remaining quests, including the last boss of this act, all in one go. But also there's a boss called Varaxteria, right? And you want to make sure to not miss her. And after defeating the boss here, we're also going to probably farm her a bit. Because she can drop a pretty nice like chest. And you want to get her chest. Okay, now you want to go east, right? You want to go east for the vent. Then you want to go to the council chamber, which is also here in the east. Keep your distance, don't die. Maybe like kill some healers here as well. These guys might be annoying otherwise. Yo, hello, hello. Welcome in, my Australian Twitch friend. How you doing? And we enter this this thing here. What's it called? The council chambers, right? In case you're wondering, no, we're not playing Gore Stack today, and no, my Gore Stack didn't die. I just am taking a small break and playing some more of this beginner build instead. This will go on YouTube as well as like a beginner guide playthrough, I guess, something like that. I always want to speak with so little hydration. Yeah, that is the question. My throat is literally dry as fuck, and I have like water in front of my nose, but I'm still like forgetting to drink, man. I don't know why. With high willpower, maybe just addicted, I don't know. Maybe just addicted to like the game, talking, streaming. Yeah, Gore Stack is pretty taxing for your mental health, to be honest. Like, to be fair though, the character has certainly a lot more damage than it used to have, so it doesn't feel as bad anymore. But it's still like just a slog, you know. It's a slog. The council has died. It feels good to like play a character that actually like deals some damage. I mean, this is not like a min-max endgame character, of course, it's just like a beginner character, like using whatever he's finding. So it's not like giga damage either, but it's at least like way more damage than like some weird like challenge character like Gore Stack. My character doesn't drink, so I don't either, yeah. I guess. Alright, we got some more chests in here. That chest. And another one over here, if you know where to go. Alright, more trash. Pog. Unlucky. Alright, over here we have a totem and a shrine. That should be some juicy loot. Hopefully. Also we have another arcane yet again. Yet again, another arcane. Another fight, the time warped. As soon as he spawns, as soon as he spot him. You wanna nullify his aura, his slow and speed aura. Time Warp, they're kind of like Swift on Crack in a way. I mean, their speed aura is not as bad as the one from Swift. Swift's like way quicker. But they also have this slow aura, which is really annoying. Alright, and here she is, Varroxteria, right? This one has a... I mean, she has several drops that you can drop. But one of them is a chest that you want on the split as well. Just tank it, lol. I mean, her meteor might hurt you a lot more than me, depending on like your level or your setup, your items. Also, there can be healers here, which can be super fucking annoying. Yeah, this is cancer sometimes. Especially when these guys spawn with like super duper fire resistant gear. Which this one probably has spawned with. Yeah, that's just unlucky in a way, but also ridiculously annoying. You wanna maybe like slap them then a bit. I need to kill this one first actually, the healer. I need to slap him, right? If I slap him, I apply the resistance reduction from my Viper because of the weapon damage. I could slap him with a default attack from my weapon. I use like shift to force the attack. Like shift move to will still make your character attack. Okay, so the first one died. I kind of want to like check out the gear separately from the two here. Just to like see how ridiculous the gear is. Okay, this is the gear from character 1, right? From Varroxteria. She also actually like dropped the item that I want. Nice. And then let's check out this guy's gear. Slap again for resistance reduction. Why is he flying away like that? I guess the Grenado does that. I mean, yeah, it's the Grenado. Slap. Okay. Okay. So, 69% fire resistance, nice. And another 59 plus 47. So that's like what? 128? 168? 175. 175% fire resistance from 2 items. And this one could have technically also like rolled even more fire res. I mean, this is just... But the problem is like you can't even like play any other element. Like, imagine playing like lightning. I mean, he also had like 100 and I don't know, like 40 lightning res. No, he had even more lightning than fire res actually. And also cold, right? Dude, holy shit. Do the weapons have resistances? Chaos. Just some chaos res. And the other one? Like Varroxteria herself? I mean, I think she was fine. Only like 21 areas here. 26 areas here. 28 here. So she had like 80 only. Which is fine, like considering resistance reduction that you have on this character, right? But yeah, resistances on enemies, especially like humanoids that can like wear gear and get the stats from the gear, can be very ridiculous in this game sometimes. Very, very ridiculous. And there's no immunity in this game, but you have this ridiculousness sometimes. At that point you also again take off the amulet and slap her with Physical Tornado, I guess, yeah. It would have been another way. I mean, usually that's why you pick something like Viper, right? Because this percent reduced is multiplicative resistance reduction. So no matter how much they have, they would be reduced by a lot. Yeah, in the Season 4 mod, all humanoids, or like anything that can wear gear basically, has a maximum of 92% max res, right? So even if you can't push through with your resistance reduction, you would at least always like deal 8% damage. And they won't be immune, ever. Like, monsters don't have max res by default, right? They have like, or rather they have like 100% max res by default, right? So if they have gear, they have like just 100 here. And if you don't have resistance reduction, then yeah, good luck, right? Whereas in the League, we have given all human, at least like hero mobs and the boss mobs, like a -8% max res penalty, so they can only at max get 8%. They will still get overcapped though, like if you reduce... If they have like 200%, right, they will have like 92 plus 108 here. And if you don't have more than 108 resistance reduction, then it will still have like 92% basically. But at least it will always have max only 92%. So I mean, yeah, in the League, like, there will never be any immunity whatsoever. Apart from crystals, I guess, that have like 500% vitality resistance, right? Those actually still exist. But I mean, they're only like spawned pets, you can ignore them, kind of. You don't have to kill them. If you just like kill their host, or like the caster, then they also die. And they're not like... I mean, they can be scary for some characters in some situations, but usually they're not. Bypassing pets to attack the caster is cheating. Spoken like a true pet player. Do we have to slap this guy again? It's only 80%. Never mind, it's only 137%. Less than the other one, like way less. Only a casual like 137% fire res. Dude, fuck off. Alright, in the infestation you wanna click on the shrine, obviously. I mean, that one is obvious. And then there's like 3 secret chests. In a way, or like one shot and 2 secret ones, I guess. That you don't want to miss. Again, you don't want to miss an ultimate, especially because... well... the one-shot chest is going to give you a guaranteed legendary, so... let's see if we're getting lucky here or not. Also, my inventory is full anyway. Or is it? Technically, it's not full. Season 3 Kairos crystals, yeah. Or was it Season 2? I don't remember actually. Fleshworks, sex moans are your jam. What the fuck? I mean, I guess we got somewhat lucky with Cinder Touch. That's a good pair of gloves. These are nice. Definitely a good caster, like level 94 pair of fire pants, gloves rather. Not necessarily best in slot, but at least not for this build. But let's go back, and we're gonna go back to the Covenant's Refuge because you wanna unlock a different, I mean, an additional door in the infestation that's also like ultimate only.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I believe. And to unlock it, you need to go to... There's probably some good gear in there. Maybe. Maybe.
Put it to good use.
You need to talk to this seer over here. Seer Rugia, I think she's called, right? Seer Rugia. She's gonna give you a quest, but only if you have been to the infestation. If you haven't been to infestation yet, then she's not gonna give you the quest. You know what? I kinda wanna... No, it's fine. I don't know. Let's go back here. You're gonna make a mod with infestation background music being the music for every single map in Grim Dawn. What the fuck, dude? Alright, over here we have another quest, chest rather. So yeah, I mean the one secret, I mean not secret, but the one-shot chest giving us Cinder Touch was definitely like worth checking out, right? Very nice find. Very nice find. Alright, let's go here, through the door. And here you're gonna find Alostria. For those of you ignorant of lore or not caring about lore, I'm gonna tell it to you. I mean, I'm gonna tell you anyway. So this one here is the ethereal that actually possessed you at the very start of the game. So we're like taking or getting our revenge here. Killing who has formerly possessed us. Possessed them back. Imagine having like an Illustria pet. And I mean the main reason why you want to do this is because killing her gives you an additional skill point, right? So don't miss out on this. +1 skill point, there we go. Where's Ground Zero? He's somewhere here. Probably, maybe. Unless he's working or taking care of his kids. Yo, Maximus, welcome in, welcome in. Kids, Woodface? Yeah. The guy has been more productive than me, that's for sure. More reproductive.
I've been expecting you, human.
Yo, Spectrepang, welcome back. Welcome in, rather. Welcome into the Bloomers. How you doing? Good to have you here. Thanks so much for the support. When are you becoming a mod so you can ban Megafair? You wish, right? You wish. No, this is for now a Magi safe place.
I will enjoy crushing.
Building it up to burn it all down. That was for my pick. Should we do that? Did you even hear that, or did the microphone like figure that out? Maybe it actually like filters it out too well. Not sure. Desk Stepperoo. Didn't hear it? What? Without squish face, not the same? Squish face. Yeah, I don't have the setup for that yet right now. Also, I don't know. I don't feel like identity leading the guy. Like Cyclone Mark. What is this? Oh yeah, lightning, right? Lightning thermite mounts and like soulfire, wind devil stuff. Like reckoning stuff. I mean, we all do, right? We all do. You never know. Maybe there's gonna be like some secret mic pick stream at some point. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Loved his memes. Yeah, he was a walking meme machine, dude. Mike Fick cooking stream. The scuffed cooking streams. Dude, we didn't get a Christmas tree last year. Feels bad, man. No Christmas tree. Feels bad, man. No Christmas tree. Alright, basically like burn down the entire place here. Let's go, Theoden. Let's show me what you got. Back. Welcome back. I thought the damage was bad. I feel like it's still not like terribly amazing, but it's good enough. Good enough for Theoden. What is there left for you that I can destroy? Your people slaughtered. I mean, you're just fucking dead, bitch. Mostly 84 gear. I have a level 70 offhand, level 70 dagger, level 40 metal, level 50 ring, level 44 ring, level 65 amulet, level 84 helmet, okay. Level 55 shoulders, level 58 chest, level 50 pants, level 84 boots, level 50 belt, and level 35 relic. Like, imagine this build with actual gear, you know? That's what I'm saying. This boss is too easy, it needs more HP or something. And Xantar is like, no, he's fine. It's fine. I don't know about that. It's Golem-born. Yeah, with all the component, and I don't even have a single augment on anything, right? Apart from like rings and weapons, which are honored augments only, not even revered augments.
Good.
So I mean, yeah, TLDR, I'm not even trying. And this is still pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm what there to say. Pretty good build.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Imagine a big dragon boss. Imagine dragons. Fire is a good damage type? Yeah, definitely. Like, devotions can carry fire pretty well on its own. To be honest, like, you don't even need gear that badly.
Put it to good use.
Just give the dragon a rifle. What? I need like 1k more here. Do I need to do a bounty? Is it bounty time? Dude, what is this like fucking quest line here? Quest log. Quest slog. Give them an ethereal missive. I mean, okay. You can do that, right? There you go. Get a missive. Thoraxteria. I mean, I might want to pick it up and then run Thoraxteria again real quick to get like another better chest maybe. Yeah, Phoenix is a great devotion for fireballs as well. Like, I would be playing Phoenix right now if I wasn't in the need of playing Chariot and Throne for like Stunress and also Away to a certain degree, I guess. I think endgame I don't need Chariot for A though, really. If I can fix my Stunress in another way, I'll just maybe play Phoenix instead. Should be really nice. You can also play Phoenix instead of Dryad. Like, you don't necessarily need Dryad that badly on this build, you can just like play Phoenix instead. But I mean, Arcanus demo, especially Arcanus, just has like insane OA. So it's not really like a problem. The only thing this build is generally missing is percent damage reduction, right? DR. Apart from the elemental DR on nullification, there is none on this build. Oh, I'm lying. It's some cocktail. Of course there is. It's some cocktail. I'm an idiot. Cocktail, right? I mean, yeah, cocktail is just amazing. You cannot play demo without cocktail, kinda. It's very hard to play demo without. I mean, there are builds without cocktail on demo, but cocktail is just. Even if you don't use it for like main damage, as I am right now, you can just like play it, like play a couple of points here and here and here for like DR or like RR, like resistance reduction or damage reduction. Alright, so we killed this one again, and I think Thoraxteria should be somewhere here around as well. Somewhere around here as well. Acid build wasn't cutting it. No, the acid build is like a different. It's a challenge run. It's like a totally different, like a different thing. Oh yeah, this is. I mean, this is pretty darn good, honestly, right? Like, Mage Hunters of Scorching. It's not bad at all. Plus 2 OFF could have been better, I guess. I don't really want to play OFF. Okay, where the fuck can Thorax Terrier spawn again? I know like one of her spawn locations was here, but maybe there's... I mean, there is others. Okay, this is one that gets annoying with bounties. Why did I pick this one up? Like, Thorax is such an annoying bounty. Because she's such a, like, unmemorable boss, or like, not even boss, just like some random elite. That can spawn like so many spots in Crown Hill here. It's just annoying. Thorax Terrier is the name. Bounty Thorax Terrier. And I believe she's around Crown Hill usually. Who? Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck? I mean, just full clear Crown Hill, right? Just full clear Clown Hill. Fucking Clown Hill, dude. Okay. Nope. Found another elite, but not Thorax Terrier. Agros Aether Flame. Which probably has like some stupid gear on as well again. Maybe. Alright, it got healed. Dean's Resolve. Yeah. Dude, who? What? Time for Google. Like 6.5k hours, but I have to Google Thorax Terrier. Thorax Terrier, who the fuck is this even? So here, and here. I checked here, I checked here. I checked here, I checked here, so it has to be here. Okay. Back, you've been in a deep twisting nether of Mike Fick clips. Understandable. Oh my god, there it is. There she is. There he is. He or she, I don't even know. The bounty has been completed. Finally. Finally. Yo, Lloyd, welcome. Revered. Alright, Pog you. Now, what you can do now is you can... buy experience potions. You can buy and store experience potions and you can use them on your alternative characters. This is like basically step 1 of like building your character for like building your account rather for like secondary characters. Oh boy, it's time. Get the VIP status. Holy moly. Got a new VIP here. Toma with the VIP. Dang. Congrats, congrats! You are now not only a creator but also a VIP. Minus 420k CACW. Still not mod, yep. Dude, fucking... What is this? I want to add you as a mod. Right? I write Thomas-san here. It finds Thomas-san01, Thomas-san1, Thomahan, Tough Sandra. Where are you, dude? What is this? Oh, you're already this artist, right? That's why. Do I have to revoke your artist first? Maybe. Wait, how can I... What? Alright, there you go. Ah no, you can be artist and VIP at the same time. It was just like buggy. Tough Sandra, yeah. Please don't make him a mod. I mean, he didn't get the mod thing, only the VIP thing. Look at that, VIP, subscriber and artist. Dang. Now you just have to become a little more fat, right? And overcome your illness, and then you're actually like stacked. Oh, these are low level ones. Monka. Claiming all the titles. Yep. Mythical Pyroclasm Mark. I mean, I need to do some dungeons to farm actual gear, right? Like Cutthroats, Slathsar's Crest is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut any throats for me on this build, that's for sure. Yo, Heinz Tomato Ketchup, welcome, welcome. You know what? I think I'm gonna like just... Okay, yeah, I mean, we have experience potions, right? You wanna buy these? Put them in your stash. You also wanna buy like mandates, put them in your stash. This is like, not for this character necessarily, but like for you know, like other characters. Well, you wanna put this in like your shared stash. And like put mandates here, put experience potions here, and whenever you like make a new character, you wanna like use these. Also keep in mind that you want to buy mandates from all factions, right? To like have 150% increased reputation gain. You want to buy this from this faction to get like 100% experience gain. I'll still like use a couple on this character actually. And then the third thing that you want to use is you want to go to Forgotten Gods, technically already like after defeating Warden Krieg, right? You don't really do that after defeating Warden Krieg. I can't talk. And down here in Ultimate, right, there is...
So, the three have decreed... Go. You are here. Go.
There is a vendor, Asgra, the cult supplier, and she sells the so-called Savior's Merit. And this will save your ass. Or rather, this will save you the hassle of like having to go all 3 difficulties fully on like the next character, right? This will unlock Ultimate and Elite and give you all attribute and skill rewards and all rift gates and all inventory bags from Normal and Elite on use, right? So you put this in your shared stash, pick it up on your next character and just use it, right? If you have the Crucible DLC, you can do this at level 1. If you do not, you need to either do the very first quest in Act 1 on the next character, or you just play like the season mod, right? And you go to Hunter's Blind and do it there instead.
I'll keep an eye out.
Or you just play Gore Stack, I guess.
The emissary.
But yeah, this is gonna be it for me for this episode, basically. I'll actually care about gearing next episode. I thought I'm gonna do it this episode, but no, I don't think so. I'm gonna do it next one. And I'm also like gonna finish Forgotten Gods and then delve into the dungeons and delve into some like lower Shadow Realm levels to like gain the points there. And then of course, last but not least, we're also gonna kill Lokar, which is gonna be like the boss to farm for your also like leveling set, like your twink set for your like alternative characters. So yeah, thanks for watching YouTube. I'll see you around on the next one.
Put it to good use.
Bye bye.